Hey all, just because it amuses me, I wanted to tell a few stories about, just from the past day or two, about my daughter and comic books. To start with, I got this out of the library, this giant compendium of the first 30 issues of the Stan Lee Avengers. A lot of fun to page through, getting ready for the Avengers movie. But anyway, my daughter, of course, immediately wanted to know what it was, and we paged through it together and talked about it a little bit. And then yesterday, I was my daughter wanted to hang out with me more than my wife, but I was really sleepy and wanted to take a nap. And I told her, well, you can read to me while I nap. So she paged, while I was trying to nap, she paged through all 700 and whatever pages of this one at a time. And for a while she was calling them the Smurfers, because we've read some Smurf comic books together. She likes the idea of adding Smurf into words. So, and every 5 minutes I did fall asleep, and then every 5 minutes she would stick her face right into my face and say, "Daddy, the Avengers." And I would wake up, and then I'd go back to sleep. And then she'd do it again, "Daddy, the Avengers." And eventually she paged through the whole thing, and I woke up for good after having been woken up about 5 or 6 times. So that was that. It was kind of funny. Somehow I got enough sleep, and I felt better the rest of the day. Later, I was looking through some. I was kind of been stirring the pot in my comic book collection, looking through some stuff, and I found these kind of I think they're 90s horror comics. This is Ghost Rider 2099, other Ghost Riders. Some are 2099, some are, just a bunch of stuff. I haven't even read Ghost Rider 2099 yet. I got put away in a pile, and then I never got around to reading it. There were other horror ones. I think there must have been a bit of a horror boom at some point, and then it's faded away. Spirits of Vengeance. So I was trying to explain to her what the Ghost Rider was. There weren't very many pictures you really want to show to a 3.5-year-old, or she's almost 4 now. But she was really taken by it, and of course, especially the shiny foil cover here. But we talked about how Ghost Rider, especially this version of Ghost Rider, was for kids. So she said she was going to draw her own version of Ghost Rider. Sorry. We said that Ghost Rider was for grown-ups, and she said she was going to draw her own Ghost Rider for kids. So she immediately went downstairs and made this drawing, which she had her mom write on it, Ghost Rider for kids. I thought it was pretty good. It's the first time she ever tried to draw a motorcycle. So there's her Ghost Rider for kids. And then I also just recently got this Conan trade paperback with some of the last Barry Smith Conans in it, which I have a particular love of. And of course she immediately wanted to know what that was, and I again had to say, well, it was kind of a grown-up comic book. So she decided to make Conan for kids. And then she decided, well, it's not going to be a boy Conan, it's going to be a girl, so we called her Connie. And she made up Connie. And there's Connie having a sword fight, so she just drew this a few hours ago before she went to bed. And then at bedtime, she made me tell her stories about Connie and her adventures in the Hyperborean kingdoms. So I made up 2 stories there. One slightly based on the Mirrors of Tazuzazun, or whatever it's called, and another pirate adventure with Connie, the barbarian. So comic books keep leaking into my daughter's life, and I'm kind of getting a kick out of it.